Attorney's office was asking for.
This set of cases is very concerning. That family is still missing, and this defendant doesn't have any real ties to the community. And there is an ICE detainer on him, but we have every right as a community, and the judge had every right as the judge to insist that the defendant be unable to flee the jurisdiction.
Well, coming up in less than an hour at 5 p.m., we are learning more about Guerra's criminal history. It spans multiple states, and we are also learning what investigators say they found inside the family's home after they were taken. I'll have those details tonight on Fox 10 News at 5.
New at 4, investigators in British Columbia have identified the person in connection to a deadly school shooting. Jesse Van Rootselaar was found dead and apparently had a history of mental health contact with police. The 18-year-old's mother and stepbrother were also found dead at a nearby home. 9 people were killed in Tuesday's attack, 7 at the school and then 2 at the residence. More than 25 people were wounded in what really is a small community of Tumbler Ridge.
I was in the mechanics classroom preparing to do some work on my car when the alarm went off that I've never heard before. I thought it was a secure and hold and something like that at first, but once things started circulating, we realized how serious it really was, so we all barricaded up the doors with some iron tables.
The incident marks the 3rd deadliest shooting in Canada's history. The country in mourning now as the motive remains unclear.
I've asked that the flags in the Peace Tower here and across all government buildings be flown at half-mast for the next 7 days. We will get through this, we will learn from this, but right now it's a time to come together, as Canadians always do in these situations.
Previous mass shootings resulted in stronger gun control in Canada. Last year, the country added almost 200 new gun models to its list of banned assault weapons.
New developments in the search now for Savannah Guthrie's missing mother in Tucson. Overnight, police briefly detained and then released a man after questioning him. A new request for Bitcoin was reportedly sent to some media. The missing 84-year-old has now been missing for more than a week. Fox News multimedia reporter Amalia Roy has the story.
FBI agents spotted searching multiple roads near Nancy Guthrie's home in Arizona's Catalina foothills Wednesday morning. They are combing through thick desert terrain, hoping to find any evidence linked to a person seen on surveillance images captured on Guthrie's porch the morning she went missing.
The police can't be everywhere, but the public can be. So you want this video out there and as many eyes that can be on it as you can.
Those images already proving fruitful for investigators, with the Pima County Sheriff's Office saying they've received more than 4,000 calls in the last 24 hours. Police activity also ramping up, with authorities briefly detaining this man for questioning.
I was the one that pulled over at the traffic stop.
That man, a Tucson delivery driver, was later released without charges. The FBI director says all these developments mean the investigation is heading in the right direction.
We have made substantial progress in these last 36, 48 hours thanks to the technical capabilities of the FBI and our partnerships.
Wednesday, TMZ also reported receiving a new message from someone claiming to know the kidnapper's identity.
They're not saying they're the kidnappers. They're saying they know who the kidnapper is and will give that information up for 1 Bitcoin.
Since Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, the Pima County Sheriff's Office says they've received nearly 18,000 phone calls. Officials say they're working closely with the FBI to follow up on all leads. In Tucson, Arizona, Amalia Roy, Fox News.
All right, let's get your forecast now. Mostly sunny on your Wednesday, middle of the week, and really mild with the temperatures too. It's not normal for February, but I, for one, will take it.
Yeah, right. We've got meteorologist Nicholas Herboso in with us today. Nick, I'm surprised you're in studio and not outside during the weather, especially with the changes you're expecting.
It's a little too hot, honestly.
It's too hot, okay.
It's warm.
It's very, very warm out there. I spent a little time outside and I was like, okay, I'm sweating. Speaking of sweating, you talked about how above average is. I was looking at the minute-by-minute observation. At the regional airport, I think we hit 81 at one point.
Wow.
Which would break the record A very, very long time record.
Unusual for
so very, very warm temperatures.
Yeah.
We have a lot going on though, and a lot of changes and a busy weekend ahead with the possibility of some rain. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's talk about the temperatures right now. The latest observation from the 4 p.m. observation at Mobile Regional Airport is 77 degrees, 80 or 77 degrees, 70 in Fairhope. This is 75 in Gulf Shores there, 77 in Pensacola. These are extremely warm numbers for this time of year, and compared to yesterday, our numbers are higher than they were. We're about 7 degrees above where we were 24 hours ago at this moment. It's a warm day. We had that sunshine out there, and the above average temperatures will continue. Just want to give you the heads up that despite the fact that we have multiple fronts in our forecast here, can't really tell. We have temperatures staying above average over the next 7 days. You see that very, very small dip on Monday. That is after our weekend system that we're talking about. Right now on the radar, we do have some showers. No thunder being seen right now. These are just small rain showers, mostly impacting some of our inland spots. You can look at Greene County here. We have some light showers. Also southern Monroe County, just north of Atmore, along Interstate 65, we have some light showers as well. These are drifting from northwest to southeast, and most people will have a decent shot at seeing at least a sprinkle or something today, but the rain chances are not super high because these are not very long lasting rain showers. So this is the top one of our big 3 headlines that we have going on, our evening showers. Those will exit and be done. This weekend though, we're keeping an eye on some thunderstorms that could be possible, mostly on Sunday morning, and we'll have the details with this forecast coming up in just a bit, but also your Mardi Gras forecast is something that we're watching closely, because after this weekend storm system, what does it look like? Could it be nice? I think it will. We'll have all the details in your Mardi Gras forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Nicholas. The city of Mobile is dropping its lawsuit against the state. The lawsuit challenged Alabama's simplified seller's use tax, or SSUT. The city is dropping that lawsuit. Mobile and other cities agreed to dismiss it to give lawmakers a chance to fix the system. Mayor Spiro Cheragata says the current SSUT framework is outdated. He believes a legislative solution is the fastest way to create a fair system for online sales taxes. The SSUT program began in 2015. It applies a flat 8% tax on online sales, regardless of where the buyer lives. The city says Alabama's system has not kept up with other states. The current legislative session ends March 27th.
A live look at Daphne. The Interstate 10 Bayway seems to be flowing smoothly, and one thing that we do not have right now, it's fog, and I think we'll take it here. Checking out the conditions right now from our All-In Credit Union camera, you can see the traffic building up into the tunnel here. Zooming on into it, you see that traffic building in. If you're heading eastbound, trying to get to the eastern shore, this is where we have it slowing down. The tunnel's right here. This is the eastbound lane. So getting in tunnel, but that's a very, very typical spot that we see it. Here's another look at it from the Admiral camera. You can see the slowdown does stretch back quite a bit there. Let's look at it on the maps. We'll zoom in here. There's the Wallace Tunnel. This is the eastbound lane, and there's that slowdown that we see. Also, we do note one other slowdown here that is on Interstate 65, that is southbound off the interchange Interstate 10. So we're keeping an eye on that one. Moderate slowdown there. Elsewhere across the area, you're not seeing any major issues. In Pensacola traffic, you seem to be doing fine right now, which we will take. Here are your Bayway drive times. They seem to be normal around 6 and 9 minutes. We'll keep you updated on your traffic.
Still ahead on Fox News at 4, Mardi Gras magic at St. Pius Catholic School. Also, a family boat gets flipped by a wave and then a plane lands in traffic. That's a lot to talk about in today's Take a Look at This. First, a look outside. We made it to the middle of the week. Green flags and people enjoying themselves down there at the beach. Why not? Fun fact, today, February 11th, is National Make a Friend Day. Celebration encouraging people to make new connections. Stay close.
The team and share your story on the Fox 10 weather.
Well, it's a celebration fit for a king and queen. St. Pius X Catholic School gathered the beads and other throws for one of its favorite Mardi Gras traditions, their annual Mardi Gras parade. Fox 10's Stephen Moody was there for all the action.
It was a true Mardi Gras celebration with music, colorful costumes, and even some special guests here at St. Pius during its annual parade. It's a tradition we've had the joy of covering before, and it's always a highlight of the season.
Well, this is our 15th year of hosting the Croix de la Cardinal Parade, and we've enjoyed every minute of it. Each year it's a different theme. We did Wicked this year. We had our lions and our Tin Men and our scarecrows, and the children enjoy it. The big kids get involved with the parading, and the younger children enjoy dressing up in the costumes and throwing the throws for everybody.
The younger students get their very own taste of Mardi Gras magic, complete with a royal court, including a king, queen, and a princess.
I'm very glad to represent the students because, this is my first time, so I'm very proud.
It was really fun. I got to see a bunch of smiles.
It was just very fun.
Just like a downtown parade, there were plenty of throws as students marched around campus and through the community, spreading that carnival spirit. And it's an experience that they'll never forget.
It's going to be a memory forever for me.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Parades for tonight, but that does not mean you can't still enjoy them. We have all of the Mardi Gras parades from Mobile on our Fox 10 Gulfstream app. So I've got the app pulled up for you right now using Roku. From the home screen, I'm just going to open up the Fox 10 Gulfstream. Once that loads, you'll go to the menu, scroll down until you see the icons there, and let's tab on over to Mardi Gras. And so then you have Mardi Gras News, Mardi Gras Rewind, and Past Parades. So I'm going to go over to Past Parades because we want to check out some of the parades that we've had so far, because we have had a lot. The Order of Lachise is there. You also have Neptune's Daughters. You have Mobile Mystics. You get the idea. Once you find the parade you want to watch, click on it and enjoy. Of course, you can find more Mardi Gras coverage on the Gulfstream in addition to other content. So make sure you download that, whether you have an Apple, Roku, Fire Stick. Go ahead and get that uploaded and you'll have access to all of this.
Looking outside, it's been a warm day out there. Now we have some blue sky from our All-In Credit Union camera. This is the top dolphins looking now toward the mouth of the Mobile River and off to Mobile Bay. Nice to see that amount of blue sky that we have out there. And you see the little bit of traffic also that was down there, excuse me, going into the tunnel. Now, our weather headlines for today do include a few showers. Now, you didn't see any showers in that shot. The showers are inland right now and they're drifting south. So chance for rain this evening. You might notice on your drive home. Then warm weather is a big story and it does not go anywhere in this long range forecast. We're going to stay above 70 degrees for at least the next 7 to 10 days. This weekend we have a chance for rain and thunderstorms, mostly on Sunday morning. That could impact Joe Kane plans. Let's talk about it. So the drought monitor shows severe drought conditions in this orange color here with moderate drought conditions in this tan color here. We could use some rain. Not a lot coming from this, at least according to models right now. However, I have seen other forecasts and other models printing out some higher numbers than what you see here. This is just the raw output from the GFS model over the next 7 days. It has less than an inch of rain, but I think an inch is definitely on the table. Why? We have a low pressure system that's going to develop to our northwest. This brings in with it a chance for rain and thunderstorms. At 10 p.m. on Saturday, our rain chances start to go up, and this begins our rain window. So Saturday evening is when we start to see a couple of showers. Then the window continues with showers and the possibility of thunderstorms overnight into the morning hours on Sunday. At 4 a.m., it's likely that we will have a line of showers and thunderstorms maybe over our area or just to our west. That's going to be advancing in. The timing of this has huge implications on what our thunderstorms look like. If this thing's a little slower, the thunderstorms might be stronger. If it's a little quicker, the thunderstorms might be weaker. It all has to do with daytime heating. So the low pressure system now sitting here over central Alabama. By noon, this forecast model has it out of our area, at least the main line, with only scattered showers behind. That would be the most favorable. The quicker one would be the most favorable time frame. But through the morning and into the early afternoon, we're going to have to keep a close eye on the forecast. Therefore, we do have that high chance of rain in place for Sunday. Also, after this happens, it looks like the warm pattern continues with temperatures staying in the 70s even after. Look at that on Monday, 70 degrees there. So what about Fat Tuesday? Mild temperatures, a high of 72 degrees with partly cloudy skies. That's about as good of a Fat Tuesday forecast as we can get. Quick note right now on the radar, we do have some showers. You can see along Interstate 65 near Evergreen. We have one shower that's happening. Also showers here in far western Escambia County. Also in Greene County, we do have some light showers. Futurecast does show the showers drifting off to the south here overnight or into the early nighttime hours. And then we're done with it. And then tomorrow morning, we have temperatures that are a bit cooler in the low 50s. Here's that 7-day outlook. You see the numbers staying in the 70s in the afternoons, morning temperatures in the 50s to around 60 degrees, keeping a close eye on that weekend rain chance.
A scary situation on the water when a large wave upends a family's boat. Thankfully, surfers came to the rescue.
It is such scary video. You have to see it. It was caught on camera, and Jeremy Roth has it in today's. Take a look at this.
A family in Southern California is okay after a terrifying moment was captured showing large waves tossing and capsizing their boat. The Santa Cruz Fire Department shared the video saying the boat was loaded with 2 adults and 4 children when the waves struck the craft.
And the wave literally picked him up, curled him over, and threw the boat down.
KSBW reports surfers in the water immediately came to the rescue using their boards to get the family members to safety. The victims reportedly suffered only minor cuts and bruises from the incident. Officials say it could have ended worse, but also that it may have been avoided, saying the family was reportedly warned ahead of time not to go out on the water amid dangerous conditions.
He should have known better, and he should have listened to advice, from the Harbor Patrol.
Well, in case you missed it, a plane in Georgia missed its intended destination when engine problems forced the pilot to land their craft on a busy Gainesville roadway instead. The small plane struck and damaged several vehicles upon landing, but thankfully only minor injuries were reported. The FAA is now sorting out exactly what led to the trafficy touchdown. Finally, speaking of roadways and safety and stuff hitting other stuff, take a look at why it's so important to properly secure cargo when driving. Video shows what appeared to be loose luggage struck by a van on a Utah highway. No one was hurt, but I can't say the same for the van, which did sustain some damage. Utah Highway Patrol troopers dragged the debris to the shoulder and later posted to socials saying, "Tie it down, tarp it over, and double check your cargo. Events like this one are 100% preventable." For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, get ready, Mummy fans. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are back for a new installment of the iconic franchise. We've got your entertainment news next.
Lexus of Mobile is proud to sponsor the Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance, sponsored by Lexus of Mobile.
We win.
Call 251-4447.
Welcome back. We've got your entertainment news now. An iconic duo is back. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz re-team for a 4th installment of the Mummy franchise.
So are you a fan of this?
I've never seen.
Oh,
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Kristen Bell is lending her voice to help SAG explain changes, and then a rock and roll legend is set to be honored.
David Daniels steps us through it all in today's Hollywood Minute.
You have unleashed the creature that we have feared for more than 3,000 years.
Nearly 30 years after they first struck box office gold together, Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are reuniting for The Mummy 4. The pair starred in 1999's The Mummy and a 2001 sequel. A 2008 threequel did not feature Weisz. The new flick is due in theaters May 19th, 2028.
It is my job to tell every single SAG-AFTRA member about the name change.
Kristen Bell is hosting the Actor Awards, and in this promo, she does her best to explain that's the new name of the SAG Awards. The Guild's 32nd annual event streams live on Netflix March 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern.
you may remember 1967 is the Summer of Love in San Francisco. So a lot of musical things were going on.
And John Fogerty has been making memorable music ever since. The Songwriters Hall of Fame says the Creedence Clearwater Revival founder and solo artist is this year's recipient of its prestigious Johnny Mercer Award. Fogerty will be honored at a Songwriters Hall of Fame gala June 11th in New York. Down on the corner in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
So you've got some time to watch one of the Mummy movies.
Got to catch up.
It's kind of like Indiana Jones adventure-y type. So.
It's very popular.
Yeah, for sure. Blake Lively, you're all over this one, and Justin Baldoni, which one?
Baldoni, I think.
Okay. They were in a New York City courtroom today.
Yep, the actors who starred in the 2024 film It Ends With Us. It's just that title to this whole thing. It does not end with them, apparently, because this is continuing on, and they're attending a settlement conference now. The goal is to resolve this lawsuit without having to go to trial.
Lively sued Baldoni after the movie came out. She claimed sexual harassment and a subsequent smear campaign.
Lively is seeking more than $160 million in damages. Baldoni's $400 million countersuit was dismissed by a judge.
If there is not a settlement reached, the trial is set for May 18th.
Yeah, that one has been through so much mud.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is. The movie was pretty good, and I just genuinely...
The book was better.
Okay, it was?
I don't know. I've heard.
I'm sure. I'm glad a judge is having to decide in this case because I can't. I've heard both sides, multiple things from both sides. I don't know what to think. So we'll let the judge handle that one. Some sad news today. So many people are talking about this. Actor James Van Der Beek has died at just the age of 48 after battling stage 3 colorectal cancer.
His wife announcing the news on social media, writing that he passed peacefully this morning and met his final days with courage, grace, and faith. His family is asking for privacy during this time as they grieve.
Van Der Beek is best known for his roles in Dawson's Creek and Varsity Blues. His career launched in 1993 off Broadway production of Finding the Sun. He survived by his wife and 6 children. Such a nice, seemed to be a nice guy. In all his social media posts, very positive and very just loving. I mean, 6 kids, a huge family. Just so sad to see such a young age, but that cancer is so destructive.
Oh, it's very aggressive. But I feel like I just started to get to know him through his social media posts because he'd been posting more frequently. Never saw Dawson's Creek, but yeah, everyone talking about his death on social media, and it's a sad time for Hollywood.
Absolutely. Multiple people.
I know.
Multiple things going on. You've got Nancy Guthrie missing, and then, multiple deaths, just all bam, bam, bam in the new year. So, very sad.
Next up, we're going to dive into the big breaking stories that we're working on for your Most Local News at 5.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me, I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No.
Okay, a heated showdown on Capitol Hill. Attorney General Pam Bondi fielding nonstop questions about the government's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein investigation.
And in your forecast, we're keeping an eye on the radar this evening. We do have some rain showers out there. Take a look at it. One near Evergreen right now in Connecticut County. Also some showers that are just to the west of Bruton, impacting places like Atmore with very light rain. We have that potential through the evening of rain showers. We'll keep you updated. Of course, I'll have a look at Futurecast coming up after the break.
Don't hesitate. Call Dean Wade. I did.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 News.
Want to get you caught up now with the stories we're working on behind the scenes for your Most Local News at 5. We know Mardi Gras is one of the most significant events of the year for Mobile, but tonight we're going to have a look at the impact to the local economy. Also, Mobile's new mayor tackling public safety, a new airport, and a makeover for the waterfront. We are speaking with him about his first 100 days in office. Then we're getting updates about 2 projects on the Eastern Shore. One, the Daphne Waterfront Amphitheater, and the other, Magnolia Beach. That's the restoration project in Fairhope. We'll have those stories for you and local headlines in less than 30 minutes at 5.
Tempers flared during a House congressional hearing over Attorney General Pam Bondi's response to the Epstein files release.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer.
Chairman, because she doesn't like the answer. So,
Mr. Chairman,
why?
I have asked
Didn't she ask Merrick Garland this?
I am reclaiming my time, and when I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman, the
my
gentleman is
I'm
reclaimed her
not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
Well, Bondi testifying before the House Judiciary Committee today, clashing with Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, you saw it there, who asked several Epstein survivors in the audience to stand and then demanded Bondi apologize directly to them. The DOJ is under fire for releasing the names and other identifying information of Epstein victims who were required to be shielded under the law, while redacting the identities of some Epstein associates.
It's a holiday associated with romance for a lot of people. Valentine's Day, however, celebrates all forms of love, even loving yourself.
Yeah, I like that idea. Experts say it starts with developing some good self-esteem, and for young people, it must be built over time. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how to help children learn to love themselves.
No matter your age, self-love isn't always easy. And for children who are still learning about the world and their place in it, it can be especially hard.
Self-esteem is not something kids are just born with. It is something that we can build in them.
Dr. Ariana Howitt with Nationwide Children's Hospital says factors like bullying, lack of choices, adults providing too much help, and comparisons can cause kids to be hard on themselves.
Adults have a big role to play in building kids' self-esteem from the moment they're born, from the moment they're very little to their teenage years.
To foster self-love in children, Howitt says parents can teach them to talk kindly to themselves, talk them through negative thoughts, and praise them when you notice they've done something well. She says to also model that.
Give them lots of love yourself so that they learn to do it back too.
Next, Howitt says to build independence in children by giving them chores or tasks at home, which can help them see they can do hard things. And monitor their connection to others. Friendships can impact how a child feels about themselves. For older children, so can social media. Howitt says to limit exposure and talk to them about it.
What you're seeing on social media is not real. That's just the highlights. You're not seeing what that other child may be struggling with.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
A historic trial to test social media's accountability continuing in LA. The head of Instagram expected to testify. That trial will take a look at whether Meta and YouTube intentionally created addictive platforms to harm young users. A 20-year-old accusing the tech giants of causing her anxiety, body dysmorphia, and suicidal thoughts through the addictive features like the endless scrolling and the like button. Meta argues her mental health issues stem from childhood trauma, being bullied, not social media. This is the first major test of whether social media companies can be held accountable when it comes to mental health harm. Around 1,500 lawsuits, much like this one, are pending against social media companies. And the trial is a subject of Sarah's in-depth. She is taking a look at that case and what it means for social media. She's also taking a look at why some parents and lawmakers are pushing to repeal a 30-year-old law as it relates to social media. In Depth with Sarah Wall, the legal battle with social media platforms, available right now on the Gulfstream. You can download that on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. You can also watch In Depth with Sarah Wall on fox10tv.com and on Facebook Live weekdays at 9 a.m.
Listen to this. A new study finds family dinners could be the key to keeping teens away from drugs and alcohol. More than 2,000 adolescents were studied for research published in the Journal of Aggression, Maltreatment, and Trauma. It found teens who take part in regular family meals show lower rates of alcohol, marijuana, and e-cigarette use. The theory is family connection makes the difference. Routine, communication, and parental involvement can reduce risky behavior in teens.
.438 is your time. Looking at the traffic. Goodness, there's a lot going in to the Yellowstone there. We'll have that traffic update just a little bit later. That's the Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai camera. Here on the Fox 10 weather app, a lot to look at, lots to talk about in your forecast. I have an update here on the evening rain showers. You can track those, of course, on the app with the radar section. It is the best tool, and we've recently upgraded it with some cool buttons that make it a little clearer on the past versus future radar. So check that out. You can see where we have the rain showers in there. You can see this on the Fox 10 weather app. If you want to download the app, scan that QR code up in the top corner. And again, there are a lot of good functionalities with this Fox 10 weather app, including that high resolution radar. It does include lightning, includes the warnings layer, everything that you need. You might need this a little later this week and into this weekend, because we have another rain chance there. I want to take you through the near-term futurecast. This is 5 p.m. You see the showers that are currently located in our inland counties, and they're few and far between. By 7 o'clock, just north of Interstate 10, scattered rain showers. Not everybody gets in the rain, but a good chunk of people do. It's not going to be very heavy, and the rain will likely be short-lived. By 10 o'clock, the rain pushing off to the south, and overnight tonight we clear out. By tomorrow morning, it is a cooler feel with temperatures in the upper 40s inland and then 50s closer to the coast. Then weekend forecast, the next big thing that we're talking about. Multiple parades happening on Saturday, Valentine's Day. It's an okay day with rain chances going up very, very late. Then on Sunday, you have a 70% chance of rain because of this, a low pressure system that slides on in here, and the timing really does look like Sunday morning. If it's very early Sunday morning, the showers and thunderstorms likely be weaker. If it's later on Sunday morning, they could be more stronger. We're hoping for a very, very early one so we can get it done and the parades can roll as normal, but we're going to have to watch very closely because a late morning thunderstorm is definitely on the table. This should clear out by the end of the day on Sunday. We're keeping a close eye on it for you, and of course we'll have your updates and another look at Futurecast coming up in just a bit.
Finding a house at a price in your budget can be tricky. Resources are out there.
In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Carice Jackman chats with a real estate expert about ways you can shop for a home.
Whether they're housing trends or just hot topics.
People who pay the tariffs are Americans. And
Dave Meyer, head of real estate investing with Bigger Pockets, makes it his mission to educate everyday people about what's happening in the market.
We are not in a healthy housing market, and although there are solutions that can help and can restore affordability, there are unfortunately ones that take a little bit of time.
He says prospective homeowners have been patiently waiting for their dream homes for far too long. And although long-term solutions like building more housing supply across the U.S. may be more of a policy issue, there are some things that could make finding affordable housing easier for you. First, look on the state and local level for housing assistance programs.
See if there's first-time homeowner down payment assistance programs. Oftentimes, they'll contribute to your down payment, or they can help you cover closing costs.
Next, Meyer says, think of creative ways you might be able to increase your own purchasing power.
One thing that we recommend at Bigger Pockets is something called house hacking, which is an opportunity for homeowners to buy a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex, live in one of those units, and then rent out the other 2, 3, or 4 units. Now, I know for people who are struggling to afford just a single unit, that may sound out of reach. But what's interesting is there are programs, including FHA loans, these are government programs that allow you to put as little as 3.5% down on 2, 3, and 4 unit properties. And then you can use the income that you get from those other units to offset your own living costs.
Remember, home ownership may be stressful and challenging, but it's not impossible. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Carice Jackman.
All right, Fox 10 News at 4 is coming right back with another look at your forecast, plus more news on the way.
TV device.
Well, the report is in. We tied it. So the regional airport observed 80 degrees today, which ties the record set back in 1887 of 80 degrees. But Pensacola International Airport, you have broken the record. So the record was 79 degrees set back in 1952. We hit 80 degrees today. An extremely warm day on the Gulf Coast. The live camera views, gorgeous out there. Do note heavy traffic going into the Wallace Tunnel if you're trying to head eastbound back to the eastern shore. Keep that in mind. We'll have a traffic update coming up. But really pretty views if we we turn these cameras to the north, though, you would see some of the showers that we have. These are very, very light. They have progressively gotten lighter as we've started to lose some daylight here as the sun is going down. Near Evergreen here in far northeastern Conecuh County, we do have some light showers. Also, showers approaching Bruton right now along US 31. And then here in Greene County, you do have some light showers near Leakesville. These are all drifting off to the southeast. Our high-resolution futurecast with the HRRR model doing a good job of picking up on these very light showers. Actually shows an increase in coverage around 7 o'clock this evening. We'll be keeping an eye on that for you. Then by 9 o'clock, we'll be covering some light showers here along Interstate 10 before all this pushes south of our area. And tonight we clear out and cool down. Your temperatures will get all the way down into the low 50s in many locations. 52 in Mobile, 52 in Bay Minette. Yeah, 47 degrees though in Grove Hill, 48 in Monroeville. So a very, very cool night. But then tomorrow's forecast, not looking bad. 71 degrees with mostly dry conditions here in Mobile. The evening forecast looking nice with temperatures in the 60s. That's great weather for a parade. In Pensacola, tomorrow 68 degrees at 1 p.m. Temperatures getting into the 50s at 55 degrees by 10 p.m. We are looking ahead, though, to a weekend rain chance. We'll have more information on that coming up in just a bit.
Tonight at 6, a brand new episode of Living It Up with Lanice drops. I'm sitting down with Allison Brumsfeld-Jones, founder of Mission Fitness, who walked away from a career as a stockbroker to answer a life-changing question. What is your legacy? If you're in a season of rebuilding, this conversation is for you. You can head to livingitupwithlanice.com or search Living It Up with Lanice on your favorite podcast app like Spotify or Apple.
Well, police work can be pretty dangerous at times. Just ask the Tennessee officer who experienced what his boss called rapid tactical descent. Sure, it sounds impressive, but it's actually the chief's way of giving Sergeant Bennett a hard time for falling. You saw it there, off of a resident's porch. Body camera footage caught the whole thing, including the sergeant worrying he broke his leg or caused the demise of a pink flamingo in the garden. Luckily, the flamingo was fine. The sergeant's pride a little busted up. The Monterey Police Department provided a tongue-in-cheek summary of the whole thing, including some funny comments from Sergeant Bennett on its Facebook page.
All right, traffic conditions right now good on the Bayway, but we have other areas that we're talking about. All in Credit Union cameras showing you a decent buildup here getting into the Wallace Tunnel. If you are heading eastbound towards the Eastern Shore, this backs up all the way to about Broad Street. This is our Eastern Shore Toyota Admiral camera showing you this view. So the traffic tracker map shows it here. We zoom in, the red outline showing the backup. Also, I want to note that Government Street getting into the Bankhead Tunnel is quite slow, going quite a ways here past Broad Street. So the Broad Street seems to be the line that stops the good traffic from the heavy traffic here. That's a decent backup. So you're going to have to pack your patience if you're trying to get off towards the Eastern Shore here. It looks like elsewhere we're doing just fine.
That is quite the backup. Thanks, Nick. Some call him dashing, debonair, even dapper. To his family, he's just Henry. He's turning heads, though, in Savannah, and possibly a world record.
He's a dapper gentleman, and you can see him strolling in Savannah, Georgia, turning heads.
His name is Henry, and he stands out for more than just his fashion.
Come on. Come on, that's it. And now you're just going to sit.
Henry isn't setting any speed records these days, but he has earned the right to move slowly or not at all, having reached what is believed to be a record age.
This is Henry. He's a little rat terrier. He's 25. As of the 15th of January.
Which Lori Hartman thinks makes Henry the current oldest living dog, and she is waiting to hear back from Guinness on her application for that title.
It's a process, and once we mail everything in, it's still going to take a couple weeks. Unless we raise that $800 or whatever it is, then we can bump it up. And in the back of my mind, part of me worries because you don't know how long he's going to be here.
Hartman certainly didn't know that when she and Jim Larson rescued Henry among more than 24 dogs from a breeder in 2009, taking them into their Max's Animal Rescue in Hoboken, Georgia.
We gathered all of them, trapped a bunch, and there was 29. 6 of them were pregnant, and within 9 days we had 50-some dogs, almost 60 dogs. in my little dining room, my 10 by 10 dining room. We have, I think, like 9 between 17 and 25.
All from that group of dogs?
All from that group. And we've had him for 16 years at this point. So he was unadoptable for a very long time.
Henry has gotten famous with his age, which, if you believe in dog years, is 175.
Happy birthday, Henry. Say thank you.
And he has mellowed from the aggressive 9-year-old he was when he arrived at Max's Animal Rescue.
He's just the cutest little old man, you know. Everybody just thinks he's like a little old gentleman, and you know, his little hat and his little suit. He's always got a bow tie on. Always has a bow tie on. No collars no more, just the bow ties. So, and he loves them.
Hartman hopes a Guinness record will not just celebrate Henry's longevity, but help other senior dogs. She has started a fundraiser in his name to help her shelter and others continue to care for older animals.
What happens is they get lost in the shuffle. The money that's generated for rescues and shelters go to the intakes of the new dogs, the dogs that need medical, emergency medical, or new puppies, and that's great. But there's got to be a little 2 to 5% little line for the seniors left in rescues. And what we want to do is raise enough money to, you know, not only help the couple we have, but, you know, to help other groups.
For now, though, Henry keeps waiting for confirmation on a title that Hartman has been wondering about for a few years.
As he kept aging, going, oh my God, he's going to be this age, he's going to be 20. Oh my God, are you going to make it to 21? You know, and then it's, oh my God, are you going to make it to 22 and 23? And, you know, as it gets like to August, September of the year, you're like, come on, Henry, you're going to do it till January. You got to do it, buddy, you know. So then, you know, he just hangs in there and we're good.
Next on Fox News at 5, Alabama lawmakers want Mobile recognized nationally as the birthplace of Mardi Gras in the U.S. We'll tell you how. Also, we're digging into the criminal history of the person charged in connection to the disappearance of a Theodore family and what put investigators on his trail. Fox News at 5 is starting right up after this break.
With no shenanigans.
Then shop McConnellAutomotive.com.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
When you raise your right hand and you take on a job like mayor, you know it's going to be busy and complicated and full of challenges, you know, to be overcome. It's been that and then some.
It's been 100 days since Mobile's new mayor took office. We'll have a closer look at what he's done since taking that role.
And new details about the man accused of kidnapping a Theodore mother and her 2 children. How investigators tracked him down.
And we're tracking some rain showers out there this evening, but a lot of eyes on our weekend rain chance. I'll have everything you need to know and the timing coming up.
Wow, a rare mass shooting in Canada, leaving a small community there in shock. What we are finding out so far.
Welcome into Fox 10 News at 5. I'm Cameron Taylor.
I'm Lenise Lagon. Let's start.
First tonight, new details are shedding light about why investigators arrested Juan Guerra in the kidnapping of a mother and her 2 children in Theodore.
It is day 11 since their disappearance. Our Shelby Myers in the studio with more from the courtroom.
And Shelby, you're also learning more about Guerra's criminal history.
Yeah, I am Lenise and Cameron. According to the Mobile County Sheriff's Office, Guerra is in the U.S. illegally. He has about 6 aliases and has been in trouble with the law 5 times since 2017. Appearing in court today for his bond hearing on 3 counts of kidnapping, a judge setting Juan Carlos Agueda Guerra's bail at $900,000 cash only.
This set of cases is very concerning.